Hey guys, my name's Colin. This is the Built Different podcast. In studio with me today, I have Mike Sims. I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself.
Thanks, Colin. I'm Mike Sims. I'm the president of the BackStoppers of Jefferson County. I'm on the board of directors with Guns and Hoses.
Okay. How long have you been with the BackStoppers?
10 plus years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
It is a long time.
A lot of families, yeah. It's crazy. What do you do for your day job?
So I'm in the car business.
Yeah.
I manage car dealers, parts and service.
Yeah. Does the BackStoppers kind of like take up your whole like off time from work, or how does that?
It's BackStoppers takes up a lot of my time.
Yeah.
But love what I do with it. So
That's awesome.
I'd be doing something else anyways because I'm a busybody.
Yeah.
So I do like it.
Like to be working.
Yeah.
How did you get involved with BackStoppers?
So my dad is a retired St. Louis City police officer.
Mm-hmm.
And we weren't the greatest kids growing up. We thought because, Dad was a cop that we could get away with anything, which we did. Respectfully back then, if they called Dad, it was worse than getting in trouble with them.
Oh, yeah.
So they knew they knew how to get us. But,
Mm-hmm.
it seemed like, I was always protected by them. And they always made sure that, as big of a knucklehead as I was, that, they made sure I was going down the right road. And with that being said, I just decided that, I figured BackStoppers is a great organization to start with and raise money for it and give back to the community, and that's where I started.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, BackStoppers is a very integral part of a lot of officers' families. I'm being one of them, so that's awesome. So about like how much do you guys usually need to raise throughout the year to keep BackStoppers running and everything?
Yeah, so BackStoppers, the annual budget for that's over $2 million, right? So like Guns and Hoses, we have raised $1 million consistently for a couple of years. With that being said, we also have over 20 outlying counties, right? Like myself in Jefferson County. So you have obviously St. Charles, and then you got all the way down to Scott County. You got Illinois that's got several counties, and then all the way around, there's obviously the St. Louis region. And with that being said, we all put a little bit together, and we have to fund, BackStoppers has to fund obviously the $2 billion plus, but then again, also count, there's corporate sponsors and people, and there's memberships, and we could talk a little bit about that maybe later in the podcast, but there's memberships that people can do that just generally we get funds from them every month, and that's what it takes to run it.
Absolutely. So let's explain a little bit about where that money goes to. I know at any given point in time you have a certain amount of families that BackStoppers is supporting.
Sure. So to give you some of the stats is what I say. Unfortunately, it really never stops. Okay, so we just add to it before some fall off. So right now, we have 95 families on it with 70 independent children. Okay, that means there's 95 families on this program right now that get some sort of funding from us. Right. With that being said, when something bad happens, we try to fund the family right away, or take care of some of their financial obligations. But one of the big keys for us is that some of the people don't know, and this is where I like to get the outreach out there, is that they can get an education, the kids can go to a private school, they can get group counseling, they can get anything like that, and it's all funded directly through the BackStoppers. And like this year, we've got, I might misspeak, but I think we got 6 this year, 6 different families that came on board with us.
Yeah.
It's been a little rough for us.
Yeah.
So that's why when we have an opportunity to come talk to people like you, and here you're a BackStoppers family yourself.
Yeah.
We can stress to the community that see this that, hey, do a little bit of research about it, because you might be surprised on what we really do for the community. And here's the great part: the money stays local, 20 plus counties.
Yeah.
So it's not going to New York when down here your aunt is giving us money. We know that if something happens, it's gonna be taken care of.
Yeah, I think that's a big part. I know And at what point in the officer's time frame do you guys step in and start helping the families?
So it all depends.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that those sort of details are obviously decided by the Backstoppers Inc., the main
Mm-hmm.
Backstoppers, the people that we fund and we help take care of. I know within a very close time period of something happening, they definitely contact the family.
Yeah,
Sometimes you don't want to, when somebody's injured more, if somebody
absolutely.
is killed, then it might be something that they get right involved because we want to make sure that they're ready to be helped.
Yep.
For somebody that's maybe injured, it's really not great for the organization just to step in and here, let's go. Yeah, we will help them with some funding to make sure the bills are paid. But at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, obviously our executive director and the board of directors and things like that, the office will determine that. But the great thing about it is, Colin, is that I know the money I raise,
Mm-hmm.
right, throughout the year and throughout the years is going to be treated that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to worry about if they're getting the right amount
Yeah.
of money or when they're going to get it
Mm-hmm.
because it always happens.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's going to be there.
Absolutely. Um, let's talk a little bit about fundraising. I know that you guys are probably really. How long has Backstoppers been around?
65 years this year.
So 65 years of experience of fundraising and doing all that.
Mhm.
What are some of the techniques that you guys use to fundraise? Obviously, you guys have guns and hoses, but other
Yeah.
than that,
So again, it goes to guns and hoses is the biggest one.
mm-hmm.
Part of the program is when so this is big for the community to know as well. When we have a fundraiser,
Mm-hmm.
right? When we promote a fundraiser, it has to be ran through Backstoppers,
Mm-hmm.
right? We just can't say, hey, we're having a Backstoppers fundraiser, let's raise money. It's
Right.
the same thing for any restaurant, any organization. If they want to have one, they have to send it through a third-party fundraising approval form,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually look at it and say, hey, who's your sponsor? Who are you working with Backstoppers? Do we know you, right? Because we just can't let anybody take our name.
Yeah.
It's too strong in the city, 65 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the community knows that. And again, it goes back to when somebody gives us money, they know that it's going to be distributed properly, but also they know that it's a legitimate organization. There's some 501c3s out there that, I got to tell you, I don't know if they're legit, right? And am I going to give my money to them? Probably not. But part of our deal is raising funds is a lot of it comes, again, we have our membership drives. We have membership drives where we drive memberships in. We have the outlying counties, and then we hustle businesses for sponsorships. I know you have personally spoke to some of our sponsors with me, and we go out and we introduce you, and we bring Backstoppers families in and say, hey, this truly happened to this person, and your fund goes to them, and they're like, you know what do you need?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah. That's awesome. And obviously, that's an integral part of the Backstoppers and how they function and all of that. So, other than that, though, I want to kind of talk a little bit about Guns and Hoses. We just
Yeah,
had one this year
sure.
that was awesome. It was, what was it? The end of November? Is that
So
right?
it's always the night before Thanksgiving.
Right?
Yep. So it was November 24th, I think, this year, if
Yep.
I'm not mistaken.
How much money was raised this
So
year?
it hasn't been disclosed yet,
Yeah.
but I know that we're going to do just fine.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And as you know, it was busy.
Oh, yeah.
And
As always.
I mean, in the years I've been going there, it just seems like every year we're getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
But that is like a national holiday in St. Louis.
It is.
And if people have never been there before, we sell hundreds of tickets, myself and our crew, and then obviously all of our friends. It's funny because sometimes, I get on social media and I'll see 10 posts of people selling, and I just get in the mix with them because you never know who might just pop up and say, you know what, I was thinking about going to that. So it's never a fight on who sells the most or who's going to get it. It's pretty much, let's just get as many out as we can.
No, yeah, absolutely. I know. I remember even from starting as a cop back in really 2018 and stuff. I think I went in 2018, and then I didn't go again until with you. So it's just a big thing. It's a big event, and it's awesome, and it raises a lot of money every year.
It's a social event for a lot of people.
Yeah,
Especially policemen.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw
Yeah.
a lot of people there I know, and obviously you as a policeman probably saw a lot of your friends and family there. But
yep,
that's what it takes, is
Yeah.
to get out and get your family and friends out.
yeah. It's a great time.
Yes.
Um, So I know that there's always a need. What more do you guys need? Like as far as you guys probably need more membership, stuff like that.
Yep. So two things. I can tell you that memberships, we always want to encourage first responders to become a member. It's $10 a month.
Yeah.
And what I tell people is, for the first responders, is this is the best life insurance policy you could ever buy.
Right.
Right. First off, it's funded by us locally. We can control the asset. You don't have to worry about them saying, "Oh, sorry, you're not this," or "You did this," or "You didn't get the physical," or whatever.
Yeah.
And the second thing about it is that it's the best not-for-profit in the world. It's local.
Yeah.
You know who it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's
Familiar faces.
and
Yeah.
we need not just that, but we would like the community to come together. They're welcome to come to our meetings, especially in my county. I encourage people to come to our meetings. I mean, when I took over this county out here about 5 years ago, we had about eight people that worked with us on the committee and the board. And there's some meetings I got 30 plus.
Yeah.
Because we want the first responders to come, and we want professional business people, and we want business owners to come. And we have nothing to hide. All of our financials are public record. We talk about our financials every time somebody comes in. Every meeting we talk about what's in the bank, and we talk about all of our transactions. So that's the best part about it is there's nothing to hide here.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Definitely something to think about for first responders and stuff like that too as well.
Yeah.
If someone wanted to get involved, how would they do that?
Two things. They can contact backstoppers.org. They can go to our website. Obviously, we got all the links there. If they want to become a member, they can go there and become a member.
Okay.
Welcome to reach out to me. Obviously, we get my contact information. I pretty much know a lot of the Backstoppers organization, the people within the county, so or give them some guidance. But we're always looking for good people and business professionals that want to get involved, and we're also always looking for business sponsors. I know a lot of times that there's some of the companies that I work with, I give them trouble because I say, hey, how much are you going to pay the IRS that you could just give us?
Yeah.
Right? If you're going to give the IRS $20,000 and you can give us $5,000 and you're going to give it and it saves you $5,000, why wouldn't you give it to the non-for-profit? You can write it off, and that's where the difference comes in. So that's that's another thing that we talk about.
That's awesome. Yep. Anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay. I think we'll try to put a QR code or something up to take them straight to the Backstoppers page if you guys are cool with that. And I think that's it. Okay. So
yeah, we'll get a QR. I'll see if I'll check with the Backstoppers tomorrow. Maybe we can get a QR code to drive them directly to that, but also if they make a donation, we can drive them there and we can kind of understand what we got going on with that.
Perfect.
You know what I mean? Because we have donation pages that we can set.
Okay.
But yeah, we can do that.
All right. Well, you guys heard it. We'll have a QR code posted somewhere on the video. And I think we're going to wrap it up. But thanks for tuning in. So I just want to add this last little bit. My family was supported. We were a Backstoppers family. And I was almost supported fully by the Backstoppers. And they were there and made sure that I was aware and my family was aware that if we were needed, they were there. So I just want you guys to know that and maybe help support. So thanks.
Colin, thanks for everything.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.